Now I'm getting hungry.
We should have
Half the breakfast okay. Keep my eye. Our final speakers will be working off an ancient Toastmasters manual. I don't know what that is. Is that a cloth or something? Speech number 3, making it to the lectern under a minute and making us laugh at the same time. Let's welcome, with a speech titled, "A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Lectern." I don't know what happened, but a funny thing happened on the way to the lectern. Distinguished Toastmaster, Jordan Camenker. Jordan. Did I say your name right?
Yeah. How are you doing? I had a whole other set of objectives, and then I realized with all that's going on, perhaps a little levity. My goal here today, speaking out of the Ancient Toastmasters Manual, is to offer a few tidbits on weaving into the fabric of your speech a bit of humor. I've done some humor before. Some of you who know me know that I gave my first stand-up comedy presentation to a paying audience over 50 years ago. That's right, people paid to hear me. Of course, other people paid not to, but that's all right. So my goal here is not to make you laugh, although perhaps you might along the way, and that's cool. My goal is to offer you 2 or 3 perhaps tidbits that you can use within the next month, that you can put into your speech and amp up the humor just a little. Does that seem like a reasonable objective? Cool. First, you need to know how to get this. You are going to work off of stories. You are not doing shtick when you come up here. You want to do a humorous speech, it's not a series of one-liners. You're not a stand-up comedian. You are a public speaker and you're telling stories and offering a message, and then you weave into it a bit of humor here and there. It is not stick. So mind your memories to get your material and you'll have great stuff. And I have this discussion with the Rodentia. Who are the Rodentia? My kids, of course. And we rolled up to a Burger Czar or someplace. And I do practice with anybody, including the fast food. You will never meet any human in this quadrant of the galaxy who gets more free fast food than me. I'm serious, and I never ask for it. All I do is I treat them like human beings and I tell them a joke. So we roll up to Burger Czar. Did you just say, "Thank you, may I fake a murder"? Well, I don't know what that is, but here, assuming you want our orders, I got the kids, 4 kids, give them orders. Now we're moving up to the next window, and we're waiting. Noah's in here, he's like 15. He's worked at fast food. He goes, "Dad, why do you always do that?" "Do what?" You tell these jokes to the fast food. They don't want that. "Son, I think they like being treated like a human being. And I think it brightens their..." "No, Dad, I do fast food. They just want you to get through. It's a rush." "Okay, son, we'll just disagree." And the woman, "Did you just say, can I fake the murder too?" So she's laughing because and she gives us the food. Sasha, my daughter, dole out the food. We roll on. About 30 seconds later, she goes, "Dad, they must have really been angry with you." "Why, Sash?" "Because they gave you 2 free apple pies." Noah goes, "I give up." It's like, I went to the Walmart and somebody was in a rush. I let her get in front of me and just massive load. So I just walked up to the nearest Walmart. This woman looked important. And I use this all the time. You'll get great material doing this. "Ma'am, excuse me, they told me at the front desk that you were going to tell me a joke." "What?" "No, seriously, tell me a joke." "Oh, okay." She goes, "My, but you look handsome." That was her joke. I have retold that over 100 times. It gets laughs every time it works. And I saw her about a year later, and I go, "You don't remember me?" She goes, "Oh, I remember you." So, you're not doing a series of one-liners. You're just not. You can have fun with names. For example, Eugene, for me, is not Eugene. He's either Eugenius or Eugeniac. Ty Patton. Ty is in my phone. He comes up as General Patton. And of course, Kelly. Kelly knows who she is to me. She is just a very good speaker. Exaggeration. So I did a humor presentation at the district, back when we were all part of a massive district, District 47. I gave a humor presentation. I like to tell a story about it because they put me opposite another workshop where some champion speaker was. Did I refer to him as the Toastmaster champion? No, exaggeration. He was the intergalactic speaking champion. And that worked in my workshop. Or here. It was cold outside when we got up this morning. It was so cold, lawyers had their hands in their own pockets. That's part of being awareness of surroundings. You want to be aware of your surroundings. And you want to be able to play off. If you're number 4, be mindful of what earlier speakers said, or perhaps what was said in the table topics. I would love the opportunity to work off of the fact that Colette doesn't pray, and Sean loves cemeteries, but is praying not to end up in there. Do you know, Jeff Rufinot has won more table topics by playing off of, in a clever, witty way, the table topics that other people have done. You guys could do that. Power of 3s. What is humor? It is setup and punch. Setup and punch. The setup tells you something, it's logical, and then the punch takes you in a direction you weren't expecting. And you can do this with 1, 2, or you can do it with 3s. I use an introduction. So I'm the father of 4. I am the brother of 4. According to my wife, I have the IQ of 4. Statistics. 47.3% of all statistics are made up on the spot. You can put that into your speech. Props. Oh my gosh, I love props. So we could do this. That's why you're here. Yeah. It was cold this morning. I just got here from, you know how cold it was. We already talked about that. Or, this is great. I love this prop. Isn't this a fun, you guys older people, you know this prop. Does anybody want it? It's yours, Carmelo, first one to raise his hand. All right. Remember, you are not doing shtick. Avoid political, religious, hot-button issues. You want to use humor as a balm, not as a sword. You can take off your clothes and have a secret thing underneath. Whoa. Okay, I'm running out.